I'm going to do next week show. I'm gonna put up somewhere like the numbers. So we're gonna start doing the numbers so we'll
Okay.
know. Because after a while, we're gonna be like in the hundreds and stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna be like, hey, welcome to our 100th show.
Right, when we get to
Bam.
25, we're gonna have a little party or something like that or whatever.
I like that idea. Yes, that's exactly what we should do. I'm all for it. And I
We
will
get
have
to
something
25.
extra special in my cup, like some actual Kool-Aid, not
Ooh,
water.
maybe we do like a panel or something like that, or invite all the guests back. We'll do something. We got to start talking about it because we're gonna be at 25, not before you know it.
That is true. That is definitely true. I'm all for it. I think that's a great idea. So I'm gonna put that down so we can invite all our guests back for the party, whatever we're gonna call it.
maybe Tommy will be back by then.
Doubt it, but you keep with the high hopes. Me, I doubt it. I think he got lost in Vegas.
He got lost in Vegas.
Yeah, he probably married one of them showgirls and decided to stay out there.
Oh, not the showgirl.
Listen, hey.
Not the showgirl.
Hey, living out in the desert, enjoying life. Oh.
Listen, I hear it. So, girl, tell me what has been going on with you this week.
So, I am on my health journey. And so I am, what's this? I think this is week 3 into just clean eating, and I'm feeling really, really great. I actually joined the YMCA.
Oh, nice.
So I'm getting ready to get my workout on,
Work out for me, girl. Work out for me.
I got you, no problem. When I turn 50, I want to be, I want to be snatched. Naturally snatched.
You can do it. I said that when I turned 50, and here we are 11 years later, and I still ain't snatched.
And you look good.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's from the neck up.
Girl, boo. But other than that, next week we film. Wait, I gotta tell you a story because I'm not in belief. So I ordered 2 bridesmaid dresses.
Mm-hmm.
I ordered from somewhere that is pretty well known for having cheaper prices. Okay. So I'm thinking, I'm like, it's just fulfillment, but you want everything to look great.
You talking about Timu, girl, to my Timu?
We ain't supposed to mention names on here, so wink, 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 wink. So, I found the dress and I'm reading the advertisement and I ordered the dresses and they got here and I'm like, what is this? This is not a bridesmaid dress. These dresses are crushed velvet. Who wear crushed velvet during the summertime? This don't look nothing like the dress in the picture nor the description.
I was going to say, it's one of those things where this is what I ordered versus this is what I got.
Exactly. I think I'm going to put that video together too, because this is not.
You should.
So now I can't go back through them. So now I have to literally find, I was smart and I bought one extra dress, which came out perfect. So now I actually have to find one more dress for filming, and we film next Saturday.
Ooh.
And I'm not trying to spend bridesmaid gown money on a dress that we're literally going to be filming for maybe about 10 minutes. So
what
I'm
about
gonna find something
like that? Nothing in there? Like thrift? You don't have thrift shops and stuff?
I'm going to definitely check. That's what I said. I was going to actually take the time and I'm going to check some of the thrift shops to see what I can find. Because I know Goodwill has a lot of gowns. A lot of times they have gowns. So hopefully I can find something there. But the dresses are royal blue. So it's a common color. So y'all wish me luck. And everybody out there listening, please say a prayer.
You got this, girl. You got this. You got it. It'll be fun.
I'm gonna go to Davis and be like, hey, listen, I need to borrow this for 10 minutes. And then I'm gonna bring it back.
There you go. Just order, just buy it. Yeah. Don't make sure the price tag is not shown. Tuck it in and return it. We won't tell anybody.
But other than that, everything else is good. I'm in a good space. We're in a good space for filming. So what about you? You know, you're the one that's supposed to be chilling out, and what you got going on that you go ahead, just tell us.
Listen, I'm still on vacation. I go back to work next week Thursday, so I still have a whole week and some days left.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been busy. Okay, I swear to for God, I have been busy doing my own stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I was going to do. Working from home.
Yeah.
Working on my business. So, but let me tell you what had me in a chokehold today. So, I do
Uh-oh.
the composition notebooks, right?
Yes.
I've been designing. I've been going live. I'm proud of myself because I have been going live more on TikTok
Yes,
doing
you
about
have.
my composition notebooks, but now I got to start going live talking about my pitch decks, all right? Because I got to start pushing my pitch deck services,
Yes,
right?
you do.
But so I had got an order for a composition notebook and a book bag, right? So the book bag I ordered comes someplace else. So I had to work on the composition notebook. So
Mm-hmm.
someone, one of my followers, she became real cool. Angel, shout out to Angel if you're watching. She
What's up,
sent me a
Angel?
video because what happened was, you got the composition notebook, you
Yep.
print out the image, I put the adhesive on, and then I used the scraper thing to scrape it down and I was getting bubbles and just, oh my God. So she was like, use this, it'll make it a whole lot easier. And it's a cold and hot laminated. So,
Yeah.
you just put it through, it laminates it. Okay. I'm like, okay, fine. I don't know which is worse. Okay. Now,
No.
it works, but the problem is that I got these goddamn nails. Okay, that's what the problem is. So this is one of my books. I don't know if you can see. This is the one that she
Oh,
cute.
yes.
It's cute. Can you see it? Wait, I gotta move it back. Right there
Yep.
you go.
There you
Right.
go.
This is cute, right?
Oh, he
So,
is cute.
right. So what happens is, like I said, this is the image, and then there's another laminated adhesive sticky on top of it. So with
Yes.
the hot and cold thing, what you do is you put because it's like you put the top sticky part, whatever you call it, on it, and it goes through. And then
Uh-huh.
what you do is you take apart. I got a piece. I don't know if I got a piece, and you cut it. So
Yeah.
that sticky part is showing, and then it goes through, and then the bottom of it sticks to the image, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes through, and then you run it through, and then now you pull back the other part as it runs through. Very simple, very
Yeah.
simple. Well, baby, when I pull back the first part, my nails keep getting stuck to the daggone piece of paper. And then
No.
wrinkle it, and so that when it comes through now, the papers were wrinkled, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I did this one notebook like 4 times. Okay, I'm over it. It was all my day. This is why I was late getting ready for this because I was determined. You was determined now to get this done. Like it was
Yep.
not going to beat me because I could have finished after the show, and I was like, nope, it's not going to beat me. It's not going to
That's
beat me.
right.
But I did it. I got it done, the front and back, and it is going out
Yes.
tomorrow. So that is one of the things that I've been doing. My next project is someone asked me to do a flyer for their company. So
Okay.
that's my next thing that I'm going to work on either tonight or tomorrow. And that's it. These last couple of days, like I said, the weather hasn't been cooperating. So I haven't really been able to lay out on the terrace and get some sun. It's been,
Oh, yeah.
yesterday and today was kind of nice, but I was busy,
Yeah. Yeah.
and even at night, I would grab my laptop and go out there and work. It's too cool. So I'm
Yeah.
over it.
I'm
I'm over
sorry to hear that. I'm
I know
sorry.
summer's gone. It was last week. What was it like the 11th, the night, the 3rd and 4th of August, and it was like the high was like 70. I'm over it. I'm over it. So that's it. So that's what's been going on in my world, girl. So what we got going on today? Oh, we got us a good guest today.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have none other than Mr. Tommy Nichols, who is joining us. He is, you know, entrepreneur. He is all about the community, you know, from youth to seniors. He is just a well-rounded man, and he is awesome, and he's down to earth. Like you can approach him and talk to him. So, that makes a world of a difference. And he's just a vast amount of knowledge. So that's who we have. You want to read the bio?
Yes, I will read it. But one more thing I want to go back. So this weekend, I forgot to mention that I went to a block party. My niece gave a block party, PMP, Parents Supporting PSP, Parents Supporting Parents. And my other niece who was there, she was on the show. And right there at the block party, she made my hat. Isn't that hat?
Oh, I love it. You gotta make sure you give everybody her information because they need to get them a hat. That is so cute.
Uniquely Unlimited Design. She is on Facebook. She's on TikTok. She's on Instagram. She's on everything. Like
Uniquely Unlimited Designs.
Spot. I was like, holla. She did me another one too. But so
I love it. That looks good. It looks good on you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. But that's what my wig ain't tied down, so I needed something. I'm keeping it. I just put the wig on for a couple of hours, so I ain't putting all that glue and all the other kind of stuff on. I told you we got her.
Yeah. We do the show. You on vacation?
It's tight. The hat is tight. I already got a headache, but it is what it is. But we're gonna make it work. Okay, so now back to our guest. Mr. Tommy Nichols is the founder and executive director of Power Up USA, a nonprofit dedicated to closing the digital divide through technology access training and community programs. He is also a visionary behind the Charlotte Black Film Festival, CBFF, now in its 15th year, which has become one of the Southeast premier showcases for Black filmmakers, writers, and actors. Under his leadership, CBFF has partnered with major studios such as Marvel, Sony, Lionsgate, and Fox, while providing a platform for hundreds of independent creators. In addition, Tommy founded the Carolina Black Film Collective, a network of more than 1,400 creatives across the Carolinas dedicated to advancing the art of business of Black filmmaking. Mm-hmm. Through Power Up USA and his film initiatives, Tommy has provided technology and digital media training training to over 2,200 youth, adults, and seniors, blending storytelling, culture, and digital equity to empower underserved communities. Wow.
Yes.
Hey, if we had our sound thing, we would have some
I know.
It is what it is. So we're gonna give you the real applause. Yay!
Mr. Nichols.
welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining us.
We appreciate it. We definitely appreciate it. How are you today?
Doing good. Keeping things moving forward, like always. You know what I mean?
That's what we can do, right?
Every day I wake up with my eyes. Yeah, every day I wake up with my eyes open is the day to bear more fruit.
There you go. I like that.
Bear more fruit, right?
Yes. Like yeah. I don't know. Denise, you might need to put that one on a notebook. Words of wisdom.
All right.
There she go. There she go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, yes. Because I guess they be dropping some bombs and some little
some nuggets,
sayings and stuff like that. I love it.
I do too. I normally say those are sayings that need to go on a t-shirt, and so it should definitely go on a t-shirt. That is awesome. So, Mr. Nichols, like I was telling you, we don't do the hot seat thing. We keep everything kind of casual and cool, but we got some questions for you that we want to ask. So I'm going to start it off. So my very first question is, when you look at the impact of Power Up USA and the Charlotte Black Film Festival, what do you hope people will say about your legacy 20 years from now?
Number one, I hope they say that I'm a man of God. That's number one. And as a result of being a man of God, I've always led with love. And love is never what it says. Love is always what it does. And so when you look at my, I want them to say that, and when I leave this earth, my legacy is I left with nothing. because I gave it all out. So that's kind of
Mhm.
what my legacy is, and that's such we do so much in terms of the digital equity piece, the film platform for filmmakers, being a philanthropist now, giving away grants as a grant administrator, working with youth with our new uh, esports lab that we have. So we're teaching
Yeah.
esports, gaming, podcast, all this good stuff that we're doing. And now our new space has become this community hub of gathering for, we did the mayors and our district rep candidate forum. That was a couple weeks ago. So they came and
Wow.
it packed out our entire room, standing room only. And so with our new, co-working space. And then this past weekend, we had the North Carolina Association of Educators. They did their 2-day retreat in our space and had 8 state legislators come by for a fireside chat in between their training and for their board members. So that was amazing. So our now we have the city, the school board rep doing the meeting in a couple of weeks with the school board president, the incumbent who's now supporting her. So they're doing something there. So we're like this new Black empowerment center that's being gathered for discussion, strategy sessions, and employing things that's moving the needle forward. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
we had one event, and I never forget what this lady said to me. She said your space reminds me of uh, Martin Luther King. He used to talk about every time when they tried to figure out what was going to happen in the civil rights movement, how we move the needle forward. So they would meet together, be community engagement, strategy sessions, and they all happened in the basement of a church. And our co-working
Um,
space is in the basement of a church.
that
Wow.
is awesome. That is so awesome. Woo! Yeah, that you are literally, you have laid the blueprint out and you've laid the foundation out for, for people to see what you're doing, and actually, they're now ready to attach to what you're doing. So I have the highest respect for you, because I know it's not easy, and I know you probably had so many doors closed and people say no, but look at where you're at now. Those people that said no, are probably like, dang, I should have, you
Right,
know?
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm a transplant. I'm from Dayton, Ohio, and when I came here, I remember when we first went to start the film festival, and I called some Black entities that were into the art space, those things. I said, man, they make a great partner. Man, they said, where you from? Who do you know? I didn't know nobody because I just moved there. I just
Yeah.
moved here, right? Didn't know nobody from here. Man, they shut the door on me so quick it didn't make no sense.
Mm.
You're not
Well,
from these
It's
parts.
interesting
You're
you
Yank.
said that because
You're outsider.
that was actually one of my questions. What challenges have you faced working with these major studios?
Well, working in what we do, we're a community-based organization. I'm going through challenges right now. I am fighting my landlord in the building that we spent almost $50,000 to redo this basement, and now the church wants our space.
Ooh.
oh, wow.
I've, we have a 3-year lease. They've done everything you can think of and more to try to get me to leave, and I'm not, because right across from us is a high school. And watch God. As soon as we opened our doors, 2 weeks after we opened our doors, the principal came to our grand opening, took a tour. Next thing I knew, they had 2 classes walking across the street during the school hours, taking their class at our facility.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's how that's how impactful we are, starting right off the bat. And
Right
so
off the
you have to understand something. Yeah, success. Look, Jesus did all this great stuff, and they
Mm-hmm.
hated him. They wanted out the city. Don't come over here with that healing stuff. Don't come over here making this blind man see. Don't go over here making this lame man don't do that because you're stopping our funding. We're getting federal funds for them to stay that way. Oh, I'm preaching real good right now.
All right now.
You
All
said,
right now. Go
all
ahead
right, I'm
on and
into
preach.
it now. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it.
Right.
I love it.
So you know when you're doing good, the enemies are going to come out. And so, but normally, and God allows them to do what they do because when the heart is evil, it's also ignorant.
Yeah.
So they do things to set themselves up. Like let me give you a quick example. This past Sunday, we're not there at the office. They removed our signs, the points. Picked up, we saw them on the security camera, and they actually took our signs. The
And
church,
these are church people?
the pastors. This is the pastor on his way to preach in the parking lot, had his kids grab our signs. The bad thing about that, you had your kids to sin for you.
Right.
So that's not what this podcast is about. But you talk about the struggles,
Yeah.
and yet God tells you to hold your peace and let me fight your battles. So, that's the hardest thing to do because your flesh wants to be
Wants to
fleshy. Your flesh wants
retaliate.
to fight back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you got to, man, follow the obedience of God. And then when you do that, you just see your enemies. This is where it says your enemy becomes your footstool because the ignorance of their evil hearts, right, will lend them right to the ground. I mean, they fall on themselves. You ain't got to do nothing but look, and they tripping over themselves.
Wow.
Whoa.
Crazy.
I'm sorry that you're going through that. But again, you just stay still and let God fight it. You got this. Yes.
Exactly. So one of my questions, another question.
You push through those things. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, you want to roll. You go.
Yeah. Hey.
So what I was going to say, I want to say to people who might hear this. When you're going through something and you're being attacked for your goodness, for your production, for you helping somebody, do not allow your emotions to interfere with your purpose because everything that's happening, remember this, is working out for your good. Even though it hurts right now, even though you want to cry right now, I need you to know it's working out for your good. So you got to stand still in it, right? And let God allow the process to lead to the success of your purpose.
Love that. Love that.
I definitely need to hear that because I know my emotions be getting to me when I be doing what I'm doing. I used to always say, like, I have to promote. You got to promote. And I used to promote and go on TikTok live and nobody show up. And I get in my feelings and I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. And, and then I stop doing it. And then I thought, right, go do it again. I do it again and nobody show up. And I'm like, I get in my feelings and I get hurt. And I'm like, I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm not doing it anymore. Right. But then now, I'm starting to do more. And, the sales ain't pouring in, but, I do it because I love to create. I love to make things and I love to create. And so I feel if I just keep doing it, it will come. It will come.
It will. Yes, it will.
That's your purpose. And that's your purpose. Right. And that's your purpose. So your purpose is coming in and you're planting the seeds, right? So now you got to allow the seeds to be watered, allow them to flourish. And then out of what you're doing right now, other things going to spur from that. See, this is one thing. Your bag, let me talk like the young people, your bag might not come from the thing you're doing right now because those are your seeds. But your seeds, as they grow, other branches of other things that your bag is going to hang from.
That's so true because it's just like with school, you start out taking a major and whatever, and then you end up being in something totally, that led you totally different. And this is where your passion is. So yeah. How they say it might not come when you want, but he comes right on time. And I swear I needed to hear that tonight. Ooh. This was right on time. I appreciate it. So my question is, so how did you get into film? How did it all start?
I'm from Dayton, Ohio. And so it was interesting. I was part of this church, a youth ministry, and this was in 2000, and they wanted to do a play, a Christmas play. And so, internet wasn't strong in 2000. So I said, let me go to the library and look up some plays, what we can do. But as I was driving home from church thinking about it, the Holy Spirit brought back my memory 10 years earlier, where I woke up out of my sleep and I wrote like these pages of this film. And so, I talked about this film for about a year. This was 1991. Talked about it for a year. And then, I'm in Ohio, in Columbus, Ohio at the time. So it wasn't going nowhere. It wasn't in no film town. Didn't know nothing about no film. So it just went to the side. Here's 2000. They want to do this play. And it brought back my memory of that thing that I started writing 10 years ago. So I said, well, hold on. I said, was that real or was it Memorex? Y'all remember those commercials? The Memorex, like she would sing and the glass would break, and you want
Yep.
to know, was it real or was it tape? Memorex was saying their tape was so good, it's so original, we could play this tape and the glass will still shatter.
Yep.
Right? And so I said that to myself. Yes, yes. So I said that to myself, and I drove home, got behind my computer. I said, okay, was it real or Memorex? And I wrote The Miracle of Christmas for the church play.
Wow.
And then after that, I wrote The Broadcast. Which is another play. And then the final play I did there was called The Trial of Jesus, which is a courtroom drama about should Jesus be crucified or not. And we had people coming out of the Bible that was for him, people come out of the Bible that was against him. So it was crazy. And so as a result, I said, okay, I do have a creative gift. I see this now. And I decided to use film as my expression for my creativity.
Wow.
Love.
So everything you've written has like been like Christian?
Yeah, I mean, so we've done other projects. Most of our stuff is commercial stuff for other people. You know what I mean? But yeah, I have this story right now I need to do. Got several stories we need to do that's laying on the shelf. But I'm so busy for everybody else that I really don't have a lot of time for me. To do my stuff, and I'm trying to make that change. I'm trying to switch that over so I can complete the stuff that I'm doing. And it's faith-based, and sometimes it's not faith-based. And a lot of times, I remember I used to follow these great gospel singers in Dayton, Ohio. I would go to their premiere of their songs or song release, and I would think of music videos for the songs that I like. I would go back and write the music video for those songs, and then go back to them and say, "Listen, I got this song, man. It's hot, it's fire." And these were all gospel artists. And I said, man, and they loved it, and they loved it. And then I understood about independent artists. They don't have no money.
That is true. That's a little bit of a struggle being independent, a little bit of a struggle.
Ain't no love. A lot. Okay.
I'll try and be nice. I don't want to discourage nobody.
No, I mean, why sugarcoat what it is? Don't
Yeah.
sugarcoat it. Don't make people think, oh, well, it's going to be a little struggle. No, it's going to be a big struggle.
That's
It's
true.
going to be a big struggle.
Right.
But if it's your passion and your heart is in it, you'll keep going no matter what.
That is true. So
Well,
true. So true. All right. I have a question for you. So with you training over 2,200 people for tech and media, can you share a success story of someone whose journey deeply inspired you?
Oh, that's it. This just happened this summer,
Okay.
and I didn't know how to respond. Our new space, we have a podcast studio, we have a music production studio, we have a 20-station computer lab, conference room, classroom, a film production room, and then we have this AI lab that looks like a gaming room. It's 10 computers, these high back chairs, these curved monitors. I mean, it's colored black and red, right? So you could tell this is a gaming room. And we do camps every summer for the last 3 years for these homeless children. And they live in hotels in Charlotte, North Carolina on Sugar Creek and 85. And so I was doing a tour, and this 10-year-old boy came in the back of the room, and he saw the gaming studio, all these computers. He stuck his hands like this, and tears start rolling down his eyes. This happened like 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
and it caught me off guard, but it confirmed why I made the investment into the space. It confirmed why no devil in hell is going to push me out of my building, out of my purpose, and out of my spot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So when I saw that, I said, "Oh wow, wow." So that was probably my most, because we got folks who are went on to film production sets. We got folks who've employment from technology now working in technology fields. And we just did this PA boot camp at our,
Mhm.
our 2-day boot camp for filmmakers at our location. We brought in the company from Los Angeles, California, to do that for 2 days. That was after we gave away the grant for 70,000. So when we look at all of that, when you give away $70,000 to 20 independent filmmakers and you do this 2-day boot camp, that folks have access to those studio positions. They can now go on set. When you do
Yeah.
that kind of work, that's kind of encompasses everything. But to have this young Black kid come in and do that, whew, I will never forget that.
Yeah.
I can relate to that because I was showing my composition notebooks and I started doing them for 3 years, and I wanted to do them because they have like them boring black and white composition notebooks, and I'm just like, these are ugly, and I wanted kids to have characters that look like them. So that's why I started doing the composition notebooks. And I had went to a children's book fair and I was talking my composition. It might have been that one or another, but anyway, it was an event. And this little girl came up. She's like, "Oh, mommy, look, she looks just like me." I wanted to burst out crying. Okay.
Wow.
Like, this is why I do it, and to have them look and see, like, she looks like me, and I thought, I was like, wow. So that's why I continue to do it. So that, for the kids that can see themselves. Yeah. So I get it. I get that feeling that you got, when the little boy, was just so amazed and everything.
Right. And what they're getting from us this is the west side of Charlotte. So this is where, the west side is supposed to be it's really the best side, but it's more where underserved communities are. And so what we have created is normally what you would see on the south side, on the more richer side of Charlotte.
Mhm.
And here we are taking technology and this innovation, bringing it to the basement of a church and made the investment of that and had the resources to do that. And there's nothing like it in the city of Charlotte.
Wow.
Wow. So, it is still really rare to find organizations that, really want to bring, the digital era to seniors. What inspired you to say, you know what? There's this community that seems to be forgotten about, that, they need to be able to communicate in different ways. So what made you decide to be that person to take that step?
Yeah, because we always look at holistically. We look at our community from a holistic standpoint. So we say, well, where's the need? We know there's need with our youth. There's need with our adult population, right? Who needs to learn. And then there's needs with our seniors. So we look at the entire demographics of our community and find out what are the needs. And so we created this digital seniors program. And matter of fact, we have a class tomorrow night. And so we work with seniors. We do AI for seniors. We teach them apps, Google apps, all kind of technology that they learn. And they're our best class. I mean, because we have a good time. They bring the food, snacks, all kind of good stuff. And so we have a great time. And also, it works through, we have what we call our Center for Digital Churches. So I sit around, I think of so many things that we launch. Our Center for Digital Churches works specifically with churches to bring them into the digital age. And so majority of churches, you see traditional churches, there's a large population of our more mature individuals. And so we work through the churches to do that as well. Tomorrow we're the church. So that was important to me. And they're learners. And I understand they went beyond this whole thing of technology when it really came into play. We got kids right today. You see the kids, the buggies, they got their tablets, right?
Tapping
in the
away.
buggy, 2, 3.
Swiping, tapping,
tap away. Get your phone and we'll go to town on your phone, right? Pull some stuff up. see all your dirty stuff. Anyway, I'm joking. But anyway, uh, uh, having that, so now, so they've missed a lot of things. For me, I was blessed because at the age of 19, I was promoted into the computer department. So I was the first African American in my in the company's technology department, right? So having that and being able to grow with that, I know that I got an opportunity to do some things that others didn't. So I thought it was needed, and it's one of the most successful programs outside of our youth. Our digital seniors is one of our most successful training programs.
That's good, because a lot of people, they definitely forget about the seniors. They definitely forget about the seniors.
Yeah.
And especially, oh my God, you ever try to FaceTime with a senior, like, somebody, or you like, oh, go, I gotta go where? I hit this button. I don't know what happened. My whole screen went blank and I don't know what I'm doing. Can you come by and fix it? Like, oh Lord, have mercy. So it is important for our seniors. It definitely is important for our seniors.
And here's the thing, and their grandkids don't have patience. So they tell us that. They ask their grandkids to do this, do that. They don't have the patience. I have 2 employees. I'm gonna get shout out to Kendall. If you ever come to my shop, you might have seen Kendall. He has a little box. He had the kid and play box. He's and then Elena. And so Kendall and Elena, lady, she's kind of tall. Those are they're teaching the class tomorrow night, man. They love seniors. Seniors love them. They get tips. They get money. They don't, even though I'm paying them salary, hourly rate, they pocketing this tip money they get, and I let them keep it. But they work with seniors in an amazing way. They're super patient with them, and so they do a great job.
Oh, shout out to them. That's nice.
Yeah, that is awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. My mom is and she has this iPhone, and she's like, Deidre, can you come do this? I'm like, Mom, I don't have nothing. Nothing. My everything I have is Android. It's like, you gotta get your grandbaby for that, But I love to see her. Oh, I gotta text such and such, and I'm like, look at my mom. She all in her phone now. I'm so proud of her. She still forget it at home sometimes, but other than that, I'm so proud of her. So, I think that is really awesome because, and that's a way that seniors can kind of keep up with the grandkids, and with the rest of the family, being able to text. Not everybody want to talk, or they see grandma is calling in. They're like, oh, I don't want to talk right now. But if grandma texting, they'll text grandma back without no problem. So, especially when grandma said, well, baby, I done made some fried chicken and macaroni and cheese and stuff. You coming by? Yeah, grandma, will be right there. So, that makes a world of a difference. So, thank you for all that you do, especially with the technology and bringing it to those who are, underappreciated. That's awesome.
Gotcha.
So how much more time we got for questions? Because I got some fun ones.
We still got 20 minutes. We don't really have a set time.
No, we go over sometimes. We do. Okay, so what is the most starstruck you've ever been at the Charlotte Black Film Festival?
That's interesting. You mean for people who showed up? Me being starstruck?
Has anyone come and you're like, oh my God, and it could be a big star to you, like, oh my God, I can't believe this person. Yeah, like have you ever been starstruck first and foremost, at the film festival?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's good.
Even normal. I'm not that person. So like normally I go the other way because I know the harassment they will receive. But I think the person that most impressed me, I say that, let me get his name right. He was the pastor on Greenleaf.
Oh, I know you're talking
about
him.
David.
I don't know his real name.
David.
I know you're talking about though. He has a deep voice.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Him. Yeah, David.
Yeah.
David. Him.
No, I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, I was really interested in him. He was really cool. Took a lot of pictures. He was dancing. He was in this one movie that we screened.
Oh,
He came by.
nice.
Darren Henson is another that came by. Yeah, Darren is in this movie now on BET. The
Keith
show
David.
Fathers. Yeah, Keith David. Keith David.
Keep David.
Darren Henson came. So yeah. So but yeah, there. Keith David came as part of his movie. Darren Henson we
Okay.
hired to come in to do an acting class.
Oh,
Oh, okay, nice. I love it.
Angela Bassett come through. That's who I want to see. That's my TV girlfriend. My wife is aware she's my TV girlfriend.
Well,
everyone has a Hollywood spouse. Everyone.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Who's is y'all? Tell me y'all's. Who's y'all's?
Everyone who knows me knows that I love me some Morris Chestnut. That is my husband in my head. I have loved him way back before he was really, really Morris. When he was in that show, what was it? Out on the Town or something with Patti LaBelle and whatnot. I mean, I go way back. I love me some Morris.
Oh,
Got you.
It was I love me some Morris so bad that we was in this group and everybody's like, oh, that's not. Like, no, you're not. I went and I photoshopped my face on his wife so that we was hugging up on someplace and people were like, okay, you got it. Like you really, 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 really got it. But other than that, I'm like you. I don't get stars. I used to work in motor vehicles and a lot of stars used to come in.
mm-hmm.
And we lost them.
Oh
A lot of stars I think he just stepped away for a second. A lot of stars used to come in. And like you said, I know they come in, there's a private time,
yeah.
I don't like, I'm not that kind of person who, oh my God, can I get your order? Can I get that's just not me. We stand in, I'm like, hey, you pass by, hey, how you doing? And I said, and they keep going. And I'm gonna keep it real. When it comes to most stars, like I could never work on those reporters or whatever, and they're catching them undercover because if you got a hat on your head and this and that, probably won't even recognize you. Okay,
I ain't got time
they
for it.
will not recognize you. And I'm like, how the hell did they know that was Kim Kardashian? Like I would have never known that was Kim Kardashian. Or if they don't have their makeup on and their face, and I see them, I'm like, I don't know. But baby, let me tell you something. Marvis could be in probably a garbage bag, and I would know it was Marvis. Okay.
Listen, I definitely understand that. I think for me, well, see, you know me, I'm a sci-fi girl, and so when Black Panther came out, and I saw M'Baku, Mr. Winston Duke, that man right there.
Okay. Wait, no. He was the one. Okay, he was the one who fought Chinchilla, right?
Yes, he was. Yes, M'Baku. Yes. Now, I will say that is my movie star husband right there, Mr. Winston. Winston, if you hear this not for real. I'm married, but my husband is aware of the fact that M'Baku is my husband in my head. So he's.
We had Anthony Hamilton. Anthony Hamilton just left our. He was interviewed by the students across the street in our podcast studio.
Cool.
So he was just in our building about a month and a half ago.
Wow, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. He seems like he's really cool and laid back.
He really is.
That's
really
good.
Is.
That's
really,
good.
Really is. Yes.
So let me ask you. So are you familiar with a pitch deck?
Yes.
So do you like get to see a lot of pitch decks?
I do. Especially when we do our pitch competition. A lot of people do have their pitch deck for their pitch competition.
You're the second person up here who's talked about a pitch competition. It's not the same one. I know it can't be the same one, right?
Well, when I did mine, it was just the judges, and you kind of talk everything through. But I have heard where people bring their actual pitch decks, and actually have, they actually talk about what's going on in the movie that they're pitching. So, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Tell them what you
interesting.
do. Tell
And
them
you can make your pick.
shamelessly plug yourself right now, Deneen. Tell them what you do. Tell them what you do.
Well, I say that because actually Denitra and I, we met, oh God, we met through Coach John.
Mm-hmm.
He has the screenwriting academy. And
Mm-hmm.
so this is how we met. And he has the mentorship and we meet every week. And one of the things we learned there is how to do a pitch deck.
Yes.
So with me being creative with the composition, notebooks and stuff like that, so that is one of my services that I offer is a pitch deck service. And so yeah, so that's why I asked. That was one of the reasons why I asked. So if you're ever looking for someone to do some pitch decks, hello.
Yeah, that's the person. And literally she has, me, I do pitch decks and I'm like, oh, this looks good. But Deneen goes right behind me and she's like, okay, we got to add this, we got to add that. And I'm like, how did you see that? How did you do that?
It's the mind. I can't do boring. I can't do, just simple. And I always tell everybody, when you're a creative person, it's a gift and it's a curse. It's a gift because yes, you can create these fabulous things and everything, but it's a curse because your mind does not stop. It is constantly going, thinking of something to create. You can see one thing and you're like, oh, I could create this, I could create that. Or you know what? This will make a great screenplay. Like I am constantly thinking, even when I'm going to sleep, I'm thinking of, things to create, what I could create, what I want to create, what I need, what I should be creating. Like sometimes I feel guilty sleeping, like you should be up doing this. You know what I mean? So that's why I say it's a gift and it's a curse, so it, I definitely get it, especially when it comes to screenplays and things like that. Taking this course, Coach John's course, has really opened up my eyes to screenplays. When I'm watching them, like I see in my head, I'm going, oh, dissolve, okay, interior, exterior. Like in my head, I'm calling out the scenes and calling out this and that or whatever, so it takes over you. Do you have that feeling that it takes over you as a creator?
Yep. I don't want it to overtake me, but I know that sometimes something might hit me and I can't go to sleep until it's done. So I guess that's what you're talking about. I'll be up. I saw, and sometimes because I'm a creative entrepreneur, so I understand the creative aspect and then the business aspect. And so there's things that you got to get done, or you got to take it to a certain point before you can sleep. Let me get it here. Then I know when I pick it up tomorrow where I'm at. I'm satisfied at this point before I lay my head down.
Exactly. I was like that last week because I also do TV wall art. And so I do, I had did this spoken word women because I do Suno, the AI music and everything. And I was like, I got to do something for men. So I did a spoken word for a man. And I couldn't get it right. I did not go to bed till like 5:30 that morning because I refused to go to bed until it was to where I wanted it to be. 5 o'clock in the morning, like the sun was out and whatnot. I was like, oh my God, like this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It used to be the same way when I used to write my books. If you had this scene in your head, like you cannot go to sleep until the scene is done, and it's like I said, it's a gift and it's a curse. That's how I look at it. It's a gift, it's a curse.
It really is. Matter of fact, I got one. I did one real quick called it's like a horror movie, but it's not. It's called The Attack of the Church. So I created like that. So I'm detailing my story. Well, it's detailing my story.
Yeah,
what's going on with me now, and it looks that way. It's like
okay. I see what you're saying.
Looks,
right? Okay.
So here's that. And when I tell you that thing done, 12 chapters, it's done.
Wow.
Wow.
So I pushed through. It's done, and It was good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. So what you're saying is absolutely true. And so I'm working my place too with my staff so they can get this co-working place. That'll be done. Now, this is what you're gonna have to do. I'm talking to you. You have to do this. So I got a boat membership,
Mhm.
right? It's called Freedom. Yeah, Freedom House, Freedom Boat Club. So I can go on the boat, right? So I can leave in the middle of the day, middle of the morning. I can go on my boat. So I got one more lesson on the water and I'm done, and I can take it out on my own.
Yeah.
But I did that to give me balance, and to let me go to a place where I can really release this creativity and on the because I love water, to be on that water and be able to think about some things, have that peace with God, and flow some things out of me. I got a
Mm,
boat membership for that.
that's
No,
good.
I
That's
don't like water
good.
like that. No, and
That
I'm
is
in
good.
Harlem City, and you know the Hudson
She
River or
said,
something
like,
like
well, I
that.
love water.
You might see a dead body
I
floating
love water.
by or something like that. You know, I'm not. No, but I get what you're
That's
saying.
not you,
I
huh?
get no,
That's
that's
me.
not that.
But
But I do get what you're saying because
what
when
is
I
yours?
started, huh? What did you say?
What is yours? Is yours the mountain? Is yours the mountain? Where's your place that you get peace?
I don't know. I don't honestly. I don't think I'm. I don't
Oh,
know.
Wow.
It's hard to
oh,
say because
you got to
I
find it.
was just getting ready to say when I started writing my first book, I used to go to Starbucks and I used to get a lot of writing done at Starbucks because even though it was busy and a lot of people was talking, I was able to tune it all out and then just write.
Yeah.
But it's like it's not
No,
like
that's how I
now,
work. I work with noise. No,
huh?
I said I work with noise too. So I get you. I get you that
Right.
because I do the same thing. I gotta go to noise to work. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can. If it's too quiet, then my mind wanders and this and that. Or what. So I need some place that's busy. But it's like now, I don't want to go to Starbucks because now it's too many bums and somebody might run by and snatch my laptop. And so it's like I can't do that. I'm on vacation. I was hoping to sit outside on my terrace because I have a terrace. I wait all year long to sit on my terrace with my laptop to do some. But the weather has been sucky. So it's like
Right.
you're right. I gotta
You gotta
find that
find
place
yes another
where I
space and
can go.
alternative.
Yeah, I'm gonna work
Yeah.
on that. I'll work on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine is not
Outside of
necessarily, huh?
I say outside of the city. So you gotta go
Mm.
outside the
Mm.
city. Yeah. Because see what happens is some things you can only get when you're outside of your space. So when you're outside of the city, now you can look in to what you're doing inside. But sometimes what you're doing is bigger than where you are, and you gotta go outside of it to see it.
Ooh.
Mm. All you
Okay.
gotta do is go to Jersey. That's it. Just go to Jersey. That's all you gotta do.
No, I get what you're saying because I
Yeah.
always say because the one place, believe it or not, the one place that I love that my getaway is hotels. I love hotels. Okay. And for some reason, like, because I can't, no matter what, I never get a good night's sleep. I don't, it's been years since I've had a good night's sleep. So for some reason, when I go to hotels, I get a good night's sleep. Like when I go on like a couple of weeks of going down south to a family reunion. So, but then again, I kind of like don't get a good night's sleep because I'm getting into the sleep and want to sleep. Like, but now we got to get up and do activities and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Go meet the family, go do this, go do that. So I still can't sleep. But I really do need to like just go away somewhere for the weekend in a
Yeah.
hotel with my laptop and just go and do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I
Find you.
say go for it. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just about the same way. I have to have music in order to write. I can't do it in silence. But I think how I kind of bring myself down from being over creative is I literally color. So coloring is my space of peace. And even though that's
Mm-mm.
still creating, it is different. I haven't done it in a while, so I think I'm at the point now where I probably need to. So I will be pulling out the coloring books. But yeah, I agree with you. Everybody needs to have their thing that they do, outside of creating. So yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
All right, so I have one more question.
Mhm.
So mine is, what is one thing that you would tell someone interested in getting in this film business?
I would say the best way to grow in the film is to serve others.
Serve others.
So serve others. That means you get on the set, find out what is needed, how can you help.
Okay.
Um, then you will grow. You're going to learn. You're going to sow the seed. And seed sowing is the quickest way to success.
Yep.
And I remember when I first, when I, even if I go somewhere, I said, well, if this might be a place of opportunity for me, first thing I think of, how can I sow seed in the place where my feet are? So I find a place to sow seed, opportunity to sow seed. And when I do that, it's never felt to come back up into my life. It returns back to me in multiple ways. I'm in Charlotte because I sowed seed. When I
Mhm.
was traveling back and forth, I knew about the
Mhm.
seed process. So I was looking for things to sow seed. How can I help? How can I do this? I've done it my entire life. And I believe that, you know, I I'm foolish in thinking this that I can outbeat God given. And I know I can't, but I keep trying. And every time I try to do it, he looks and laughs at me and just bless me in this way. Say, I'm just going to show you who I am. And he blessed me in this way that overwhelms me. And but I keep doing what I do. That it makes him laugh. He tickles about it. But he continues to bless me, enlarge my territory, waters my seed, and manifests my seed to a tree into a harvest. But because I keep giving, I keep sowing. And he says he will always give you seed to sow. And so I'm
Yeah.
always sowing and I'm always getting blessed.
Wow.
That's my advice to people trying to get in. Find out where you can serve on someone's film set.
Love
Okay.
that.
And serve meaning that concludes like an intern or something like that. Don't be thinking you're gonna go on a set and get started getting paid $80,000 or something like that. So
All right, you're
intern.
not getting, paid. No. Find how you can do that, and then you get enough experience where you can demand. You want to
Right.
get paid, right?
Yeah.
But you do some other things to sow. I mean, so bearing fruit. I think I talked about in the beginning of this podcast. Continually, always bearing fruit. Always bearing fruit, always sowing seed. That's the life. You know what I mean? That's the life I live. And when you do that, man, God, He's obligated to take care of you. And so, you going through life, man, carefree. Just like you take care of the birds, he take care of you.
It's true.
I get it. I get it, man. I swear I needed you like about 30, 40 years ago. All this knowledge you dropping. I might be in a different place right now. Never too
Right,
late.
right.
Never
Yeah.
too late. But I'm just saying.
Never too late.
Yeah.
Never, never,
Yeah.
ever too late. Because one seed sown by you could be the very difference until your harvest, right?
Mm.
Your harvest. And so,
That's
so
true.
that it's a lifelong thing that I do teach my wife that we see. So we give first fruit offerings in the beginning of the year. We
Mm-hmm.
trust God. So we're gonna give this amount of money because we know when we come back around at December 31, we know what you're gonna do for us this entire year. And every year we challenge it, right? To sow that first fruit. That's the faith seed. So we do that. So principles that we have in our house that we practice here and we practice wherever we go. My wife tell me about how she saw this older lady in the line, and how she paid for her stuff. Right.
Yeah.
I do that. She does. We do this. This is our life. And so, thankful for that. And I would just say, sowing that seed, giving, getting out of yourself, because we can very easily get into ourselves, what we need, what we want, what our vision is. But what about the person right next to you in line?
Mm.
What about the person right? You in the drive-through at Starbucks or somewhere, and I've done this before. I said, pay, what are they getting behind me? I'm paying for it, and then I'm off. I'm paying it forward. Then I drive off.
Yeah.
They might
Okay.
not know you. God does. God knows you. God got
You
you.
see.
He knows what you
Right,
just did.
because you're not doing it for them to know.
Yeah.
You're doing it because you want to do it, and it's in your heart to do it, not because
Yeah.
Let
You
them know
plan it.
that this car in front of them paved. You know, that's not
No,
about.
no, right.
What's up?
That's the character. So those are the characteristics of God. That's God's character. Because in the beginning, He gave, right? And so that's
Yeah,
His characteristics. So when you take on His characteristics, yeah. So that's those are just little nuggets, man, that you just do in life and live life, according to Him, and just it makes things so much easier.
it's
It does.
true.
It
That
does. And
is true.
I'm gonna be more conscious of that and try to. I'm gonna try better. I can do better. I can do better. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
better. Thank you
Yeah,
for opening my
yeah,
eyes to do
yeah,
better.
yeah,
You
yeah.
never know what's going to happen on the podcast.
that's true. That is true.
That-
That is true. Again, it's a lot
and-
of it is just,
and-
having a different perspective, especially when you
Exactly.
got somebody talking life. So that's awesome. Thank you so much,
yeah,
Mr. Nichols. We truly appreciate you for
We
coming
do.
on.
no
Yes.
problem.
We
Yes.
do.
No
We
problem.
do.
And
Any
you are
final
always
questions?
welcome to come
Miss
back.
Deidre, any final questions?
Oh yes, I do. Fun question. I think this is becoming like my favorite question to ask people.
This
If
girl is
you could host a dinner with three historical or pop culture figures to talk about film and culture, who's getting an invite? Three people. Who do you have?
And they're live. Three people.
They can be three historical or pop, alive or dead.
Okay. Number one, it will be Tyler Perry.
Okay.
okay.
And each one
Okay.
I say, I can tell you why. It will be Tyler Perry. It would be uh, Oprah.
Okay.
Um, and I think the other one would be uh, Spike Lee.
Mm,
Mm, that's a good one.
good choices. Very good choices. Okay, and why would these be your three invites?
Spike Lee, because of the fact that he comes from an angle that represents culture, right? He comes from this place uh, without being ashamed, right?
Yeah.
He's not ashamed at all. And number one, number two, Oprah, because when you think about an African American woman that has achieved, what Oprah doesn't talk about is, and I don't know if she does or not, but there's probably she got some stories that she could tell us that she never talks about what she had to
Mhm.
face in what she's achieving, right? That Tyler Perry, because Tyler Perry is a distribution center. Tyler Perry's an industry all in himself. People want to talk
Mm,
about his films, they talk about, but they never want to look at the greater. The greater is the opportunities he's given to our people, right?
mhm,
Throughout his studio, that he owns the studio, the amount of money that he's redistributing back into the community, into the people that's working for him, which is a whole industry in itself. And that's the bigger over his movies, over what you don't like about his writing. That's the bigger. And
Right.
so I honor him for that. You know what I mean? So those are my three reasons.
Those are good. Well, we have a question.
that was
Here
good.
we go.
Yes.
From Mr. John Alexander. And he asks, what's your advice to screenwriters with no money?
I would say screw around with no money's to write, because it don't cost you nothing to write, right? So you write, and then what you do is, in the beginning, based upon what it is, you go to independent filmmakers. Say, let me be on your team as your screenwriter, right? And so here's what you're gonna provide for me. We're going to partnership with this production, and I'm going to be the screenwriter. So you take your writing that doesn't cost you anything but time. You do that, and then based upon if it's a short film, a documentary, or feature, you look at each piece that you do, you evaluate its value to that perspective, to the market and to the filmmaker, and then you adjust yourself accordingly. But with no money, that doesn't stop you from writing. You continue to write.
Mm,
Yes, I agree.
good question. Good question, Coach. Yes.
I definitely
Awesome.
That was
That's
good.
that is all I have question wise. I think that last question is going to be my end question. It's just I like to hear what people have to say about who's coming to the table. You
That's
know,
it.
Right,
That
right.
will be the sign off question.
yes, yes, makes a world of a
Well,
difference.
Mr. Nichols, I
Yeah,
want to thank you.
yeah, John, to answer your question, yes. John has not question. Yes, you are being a screenwriter for hire at that point.
Yes,
Absolutely.
but
Anytime there's an exchange, now, what is that exchange is up to you. Whether that's monetary or whether you just need a credit, that's up to you. But it is a for hire position at that point in time, unless you go on to be a partner with that production company on that film. Look, he said something. He's speaking to y'all now. I don't know what that means.
so let me let you in on something. That is our coach, John Alexandra. That's our coach. Okay.
That is
And
our
he's
coach.
also backstage. All right. He's backstage. I'm surprised. Mr. Coach, would you like to bring yourself on stage before we get up out of here and say something? So he is the one who came up when we told you came up with the podcast idea.
Yes.
That is our coach. He has a wonderful, wonderful screenwriting academy that we have a lot of people that attend. Like I said, we have weekly meetings and
Meeting.
stuff like that. And maybe we can get you to come on one day and be a guest at one of our that would be nice, coach.
That would be awesome, Mr.
Yeah,
Nichols, if you would do that.
It's usually by Zoom.
where's John
It's
located?
Zoom. He's in Virginia.
No, but
He's
where
in
is he
Virginia.
located?
In Virginia.
Okay, I don't know if he's in Charlotte. I do see his advertisement come over the Carolina Black Film Collective Facebook page,
Really?
and I thought he was in Charlotte.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
is that right, John? So I didn't know if he was in Charlotte or not. 'Cause we would have
I don't know why he must
Awesome.
be, he being a little shy tonight because anytime, he would just bring himself on and start talking about it. He's like, you are right. I'm good. I'm shy. You are not shy. Get
You
that
ain't
crap
nowhere near shy. He's not shy.
at all.
No,
At all.
not at all. Talking about he's shy.
He is not shy. Normally
Mm.
he does not miss an opportunity to talk about his screenwriting. Because he has a screenwriting class. He has teach you how to do pitch decks, screenwriter for hire. Like it's just a whole, basically, like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it just entails a lot, and
Yeah.
it is definitely worth the money.
Yeah.
And worth the investment. It
Yeah.
is definitely worth the investment.
And now his latest thing is how to turn a book into a screenplay. So he's teaching people the
good.
do's and don'ts of how do you
Yes.
turn your 280-page book into a 90-page script. So yeah,
Right.
he's awesome. So, but we give him a hard time because he gives us a hard time sometimes. So, but it's all love.
Good.
It's all love.
Sometimes, all the time. So, like again,
Well,
maybe
good.
hopefully, when we can get you come in to speak to the other screenwriters and everything. That would be nice. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Because you have a lot of just words of wisdom that, people really need to hear. We've seen people get discouraged and decide that they're not pursuing this anymore. They don't feel they're good enough for it. And, so, just from this hour that we've had with you, it's like really just been very motivational. So, and that is your gift. That is your gift of
That's my gift.
motivating
That's my gift.
and encouraging others. We appreciate it.
Definitely appreciate it. And we
Yeah, listen.
definitely appreciate you giving up your time
Yeah.
to come talk to us here on the Shameless Plug podcast. So, any farewell knowledge, jewels of everything you want to drop?
No, just appreciate you guys inviting me on here. Anybody want to contact me? All my social media is at Mr. Tommy Nichols. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and as well. And so, just look forward to you guys. Love for you to be at the next Charlotte Black Film Festival. I believe it's June the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And then we do our monthly meetup. We have a meetup coming on the 23rd, I believe, of this month here in Charlotte. So anybody in the area, look for you guys to come to our meetup. Gonna have a great time.
Okay, you said that's Mr. Tommy Nichols on Facebook, right?
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh
Yes.
Lord.
And
Why do we
I do
move?
have to bounce off.
I can slide in for a second just to say hello. Not my face shown, because I'm the what do you call it, indisposed or something like that. But anyway, nothing. I just came up here because y'all wanted me up here. So thank you,
Gonna come up with
Mr.
Mr. Nichols gotta leave.
Mr. Nichols. How you doing? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the show. And if you have any questions, just let me know. If you have any, yes, I did promote in the Charlotte, because I did do one time a workshop there about a year or so ago. So, and I kept the group
Okay.
in Charlotte, and I did appear at the radio station out there about 2 years ago out there in Charlotte. So yeah, so that's why you probably saw me posting stuff on the Charlotte group.
Okay. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, good. Well, nice
Yeah.
meeting you.
Same here.
All right, get off now. So
Bye now.
again, bye. He is a mess. He is a whole mess. A whole mess. Again, thank you for coming. Thank you for spending the time with us on the Shameless Plug. We appreciate it. You was about to drop last minute nugget, Jewel. I know it gotta include, all right. So you gotta include feed, you gotta include harvest, and
Yeah.
what was the other word you kept saying? Oh my God, I forgot the other word. You gotta include those words because like you just you be putting it in there.
No,
and
I
harvest.
think the last thing, just to say this, you know, that when you give, right? When you talk about the filmmaking process, it's all a giving process. You got to give here, give there, but at the same time, you reach a certain level where you can demand your payment like this. But my life mission is to be a servant leader, and as a servant leader, whether I'm on the film set, whether I'm in my business, whether I'm wherever I'm at, I'm a servant leader. And so, being that, I'm called to serve others. And so, I would just say, as you begin to look for opportunities, especially in this particular world, there are certain things that AI will not be able to fix. AI will not be able to supersede the hand of God. And so,
All
as
right.
you begin to practice God's godly principles in giving, in sowing and weeping, that's what you sow, you reap. You sow and you reap. Continually sow, bear fruit, right? Meaning those characteristics that are good, patient, right? You carry peace. You become other people's peace, right? Because they're going through stuff, and you're the one that brings peace to calm them down. Bear forth those fruits of the Spirit as well in your life. Man, I tell you, God has a great, awesome life for you, but you must embrace His ways for His life to cover you, right? Let His life cover you, because it's crazy out in these streets, right? And
Mhm.
you know what I mean. But yet, if we ever need the protection of God, the covering of God, the mind of God, the hand of God, and the favor of God in our life, we need it now. And here's the great part about that: all you have to do is ask for it.
Mm.
All you got to
As
do is ask.
simple as that. Ask
That's all
for
you
it.
got. Not
Closed
work
mouth
for
won't
it.
get
You
fed.
can't work for it. Just ask for it.
Ask for it.
Yeah, just ask for it.
Mm.
Right? He gives it to you. So if you don't mind, I just feel led to pray. Can I pray before we leave this?
Of course.
Yes,
That's my
please.
final word.
Yes.
I want to pray.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, let's pray. Let me do that. That's how we're gonna. That's how we're gonna leave this piece. All right, Father God, we just thank you, we adore you, we love you, and we thank you for this Shameless podcast, Father God. As they're bringing forth joy to everyone that hears, everyone that comes on board, oh God, actually to bless the host, Father God, as they seek, Lord, to bring people together via this particular format. Encourage people in the film space, in the business space, in the space we call life. And so be with them, Father God. Lead them and guide them. Let your spirit cover them and lead them to your truth. Wherever they're struggling, whatever they're trying to make difficult decisions, let them lean upon you and cast their cares on you because you care for them. So right now, let this be a night like no other night, Father, that they transform with the renewing of your mind into their mind, with your heart into their heart. With the words you speak life. Let them begin to speak life. We call them blessed. We call them favored. We call them protected. Everyone that hears this message and is part of this podcast, we call them blessed as well. We ask for a special anointing to come on this, that this will never be the same. And let them end every podcast with some kind of prayer or words of affirmation that gives you glory. So we thank you for it now and give you glory and honor and praise in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Amen. That was awesome.
And on that note, we are out. Thank you. See you again next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Y'all have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dinner trending, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
This is the Shameless Plug.